Welcome back to the English with Neil podcast. In today's episode, we're going to go over 5 life-changing proverbs. 5 life-changing proverbs. I'm really excited about this episode because I love proverbs. The reason I love proverbs is because they're always true. You can always come back to them. Even though these proverbs that I'm going to share, they were created hundreds of years ago. But you can still use them now, and you can still use them in 5 years, 10 years, 100 years. They're always going to be true. And so I want to share these with you because these proverbs have changed my life. They continue to change my life, and I think they'll do the same thing for you. So before we get started, let's go over the definition of a proverb. What is a proverb? Well, the proverb is basically a saying, some type of quote. It's usually short and simple, easy to remember, and the purpose of it is to teach, to remind, or to give advice about something. Very, very powerful stuff. So without further ado, let's get into the first proverb. So the first one is, actions speak louder than words. What does that mean? Well, that simply means that our actions have more effect or more effective than the words that we say. Okay? Our actions are more powerful than our words. And I'll give you an example. The word, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. It takes no effort at all to say I love you. Right? No effort. You don't have to do anything to say I love you. But what is the real meaning of I love you? If you're in a relationship, if you're married, have a boyfriend, girlfriend, or have kids, you know that when you say I love you, there's a much deeper meaning to it than just words. For me, I love you means that I am physically, like with my body, I'm going to be there to support you through the good times and the bad times. I'm going to be there to cheer you on. I'm going to be your cheerleader. I'm going to be there to support you. When you're sick, I'm going to be there to help you get better. If something is challenging, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there talking with you, helping you through this situation. Loving you, caring for you, helping you, guiding you. I'm going to be there to share these experiences with you. I'm not just going to say it over the phone or, do a FaceTime. I'm actually going to be there taking care of you, responsibility. So our actions, the things that we do every day, have a much bigger impact than just the words that we use. Okay. So that's number 1. Number 2, things are difficult before they are easy. Isn't this the truth, right? When you go to start something new, something brand new, a new job, a new hobby, a new language, isn't that thing like really challenging? I know it is for me. Anytime I start something new, when I first started this podcast, it was very, very difficult. Very difficult. I couldn't speak well, and it was horrible. But I kept practicing. I kept doing it, and it got easier. When I first learned Japanese, that was probably the hardest thing that I've ever learned. It was very hard in the beginning, but I kept trying, kept taking baby steps little by little, and it got easier. But just remember that all things are difficult before they are easy. So don't give up. Just keep trying. Okay? Number 3, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, the person. What does that mean? Well, that means that everything is subjective. These words that we use, pretty, beautiful, ugly, horrible. The thing is only beautiful. The thing is only ugly depending on the person that is labeling it, that is giving an opinion on it. So I'll give you an example. I have a pen here. I can look at this pen and I can think, this is the most beautiful pen that I've ever seen in my life. The construction, how it writes, it's amazing. But another person can look at this same pen and have a totally different opinion on it. Another person can say, this pen is horrible. It has a horrible construction, a horrible color, the shape, it's hard to use, right? It's all subjective. So anything that we think about, if something is good, bad, if it tastes good, if it tastes horrible, it's only true depending on the person that is saying it, okay? So this reminds us that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, okay? Number 4, after the storm comes the sunshine. Doesn't that make you feel good? Like, well, I'll just repeat this one more time. After the storm comes the sunshine. Think about everything that is going on right now in 2022. There's so many things that can make us feel depressed. So much is going on right now. We don't have to talk about those things, right? They make us feel bad, right? But this proverb reminds us that after the storm, after the bad times, after the challenges, the sunshine, the good things will come. And that gives us hope. That makes us feel good. That gives us optimism about the future. So just remember, after the storm comes the sunshine. I love that one. And this last one is probably my favorite. And it states, failure is not falling down, but refusing to get up. That is powerful. Failure is not falling down. Failure is not being unsuccessful. Failure is refusing to get up. Failure is quitting. Failure is stopping. Remember that. If you let's use an example of cooking. I'm not a good cook. I try to make things sometimes and they're not successful. Does that mean that I'm a failure? Does that mean I failed? No. It doesn't mean that I'm a failure. It just means that I didn't do it correctly. If I keep practicing, if I figure out what I did wrong and fix it, I will be a success. So I just want to add to this proverb and say that there are no failures. There are no failures in life. There are only lessons. There are only lessons. If you try something and it doesn't work, go back and figure out what went wrong. Why didn't you succeed? Fix it, do it again, and you'll be a success. So remember that there are no failures in life. There are only lessons. And that's it, everyone. These 5 life-changing proverbs. If you meditate on them, if you think about them throughout the day, come back to this podcast in 5 years, 10 years. These proverbs that I shared are still going to be true. And they're going to remain true to the end of time. So just remember, let me repeat these one more time before we leave. Number 1, actions speak louder than words. Number 2, all things are difficult before they are easy. Number 3, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Number 4, after the storm comes the sunshine. And number 5, failure is not falling down, but refusing to get up. Guys, I hope this episode really planted some seeds in your mind. Hope you can take away something from this podcast today. Thank you for giving me your time. And I look forward to talking with you guys in episode 18 next week. Take care, everyone, and talk to you soon. Peace.